Hi Year 1 and welcome to your first geography lesson this half term where we will be learning about where are the polar regions. If at any time you need to pause the video, feel free to do so. Make sure you've got a pen and paper in front of you so you can answer the questions I ask you. So on knowing more and remembering more. So question 1, climate and weather are the same thing, true or false? Question 2. What is the definition of a gale? Is it a severe snowstorm, an overflow of a large amount of water, or a very, very strong wind? Question 3. Our challenge question. What is the cumulus an example of? Pause the video to give yourself the time to answer those questions. So you should have answered them by now. Let's have a look at what the answers are. So climate and weather are the same thing. This is false. They are not the same thing. What is the definition of a gale? A gale is a very, very strong wind. And what a challenge, what is a cumulus an example of? It's a cloud. So today's lesson is going to be all on where are the polar regions. To do this, we are going to explain what a climate is. We are going to explain where the polar regions are found, and we're going to explain why these areas are the coldest on Earth. This is where we would find it on the knowledge organiser. Where are the hot and cold places on Earth? Today we're going to focus on the cold places. So our vocabulary, what you already know: rain, snow, wind and weather. And the words that you will meet, let's my turn, your turn to practice saying them. Climate, North Pole, South Pole, polar region, Arctic, Antarctica. So well done for saying those words. So what is a climate? Well, a climate is a long-term weather pattern. So it's not the day-to-day things we see. The weather is the day-to-day things we see. Well, the climate is the long-term weather pattern. And the climate is the weather that you expect it to be. So use these images below and identify what affects the climate. See if you know what these images mean. Pause the video and have a think. Okay, let's go through them. So this first one is sunshine. Then we have temperature, wind, and rainfall. And these all affect the climate. On Earth, we have a range of different climates. And some of these are hot climates and some of these are cold. I want you to point to which image that shows a hot climate. Have a go. Fantastic, it's this desert here. Well done. So the Earth is divided into two. We have the northern hemisphere, which is the top part of the Earth, as we see it here, and the southern hemisphere, which is the bottom part. The top of the Earth is the northernmost point, and the bottom of the Earth is the southernmost point. There's the northernmost point, and there's the southernmost point. So why are some places hot and some cold? Well, the sun provides the energy that creates the Earth's weather and climate. The northernmost parts and the southernmost parts receive the least energy from the sun, as you can see. Look, to travel a longer distance to get the same amount of sun. To get some energy from the sun. So what do you think? Do you think this will make their climate hot or cold? How about you tell the screen? So the climate in polar regions is very cold. So well done if you got that right in the last slide. The temperature is below freezing. So the ground is covered in snow and ice. We call these areas the North Pole and the South Pole. And together they are the polar regions. So as you can see, the sun is shining so brightly, all the energy from the sun, it travels to the earth. It reaches the middle of the earth quite quickly because it only travels a little bit, but it must travel much longer to get to the northernmost point and the southernmost point. So that's why it's colder in the polar regions, because it takes longer for the sun's energy to get there. So where are the polar regions? The North Polar region is called the Arctic. Can you say Arctic? Well done. And the Arctic Ocean covers the northern polar region, and this means there's water beneath the ice. The South Polar region is called Antarctica. Can you say Antarctica? Well done. So the continent of Antarctica covers the southern polar regions. Some parts of land rise to several thousand meters above sea level. This makes Antarctica the coldest place on Earth. So it's even colder than the Arctic. It's the coldest place on Earth. So you've got a task. Your task is to label the polar regions onto this blank map of the world. You can use a coloured pencil to show these in. So it's a nice activity for you if you've got the packs. This sheet will be in the packs. And you can label the Arctic and the Antarctica. You will also have these questions in your packs, and you'll also have them on purple mash to complete as a quiz. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.